The aliens are back for episode 2 of Alien vs. Ladder.
It's time to duel!
What's up, guys? Welcome back to CardSpot. My name is Ethan and we are back on the Alien vs. the Ladder. So, currently 1 win, 2 losses, unfortunately. But we are at a 109 rating, so we did go up a little bit. And as mentioned in last episode, this isn't going to be the 1000. I think for this one, the goal is 500. And honestly, just to try and learn and figure out what the best build of aliens is, or at least the best build that I can produce is. So speaking of, this is what we played with last week. This time we're going for the 1.1 build. So basically what I've done is I've dropped the dog, I've dropped the giant trunade, and I dropped the damage equal reptile. The reason being, damage equal reptile special summons the alien ammonite. I just don't think that's so ideal. We didn't need the dog. We were already getting quite a lot of monsters in hand. And I wanted to opt for MST because it can actually destroy problem cards like Skill Drain and Oppression that Giant Trunade, it puts them off. It doesn't actually deal with the problem. So I just wanted to test that out. So we're at a nice even 40. I've brought in 2 Book of Moons. And yeah, the MST, as I mentioned. So a nice even 40. Book of Moon, because we really need to try and keep our monsters alive. You know, if we're getting bottomless and things like that, or just killed by battle, I think Book of Moon is going to be quite helpful there, just to try and gain a bit of field advantage. We were drawing plenty of monsters, but they were just dying a little bit too easily. So I'm hoping that Book can try and help to keep them alive. So let's find out and get into some matches. First match up. Against Icy Matt. We lose the rock, paper, scissors, so we will be going second. But that's okay. Hit him with the U2. And let's see what we open up. So we got Solidarity, Code A, Alien Warrior, Offerings, and Ammonite. Honestly, I'm okay with this hand. Alien Warrior plus Offering. Not too bad. Puts an alien in our graveyard. We draw another Alien Warrior. We'll go standby, see if we've got any dust shoots, but it doesn't look like it. So, probably we play out the Code A Ancient Ruins and summon our Alien Warrior. That way if it gets bottomless, we still get a counter. I think that's perfectly fine. And then, I guess this could be a Raikou, but either way, we're always summoning out this Warrior and trying to get over it. They opt for a Torrential. Sure. Okay. Yep. That is fine. We do get a counter on our Code A. We have Ammonite online plus Solidarity. I'm feeling alright with how we're looking here. So, I think I will set the Offering so that it's online next turn just in case, and we'll pass the turn. So we have a Reptile engraved for the Solidarity. Okay. Sure. We will put these back in our hand. It doesn't change anything too much. Mainly just that we don't have the counter on Code A. They're going to summon Gearframe and search out Fortress. That's fine. And then they're probably, yep, going to pitch for Fortress. That's also fine. And then they're going to get in. Okay, so we'll take 18, and we'll take 2-5, and they know because we played out the Code A that we're probably not going to drop Gauze on them. Would be nice, but... okay, so... we need to find a crafty way to out this Fortress. Alien Kid. So I have 2 sets and a... 1 card in hand, so we're going to just thinky face here. It's possible that that card in hand could be a gadget, given that they pitched a gadget to Special Fortress. I think we're always playing out the Code A. That's just always happening. I think then we need to summon the... do we need to summon the Ammonite? Alien Warrior plus Solidarity is 2600. If we run over this... destroy a battle, target 1 card your opponent controls and destroy it. They do get a pop. So I think... let's summon our Alien Warrior here. They are going to bottomless it. Would be nice to have had that offerings to the Snake Daddy. But, I mean, geez, we just kind of lose. We just absolutely lose. I think we lost either way there. We will set this and pass the turn. So, yeah. If we summoned out the Ammonite... Oh, Heavy Storm? Sure. Yep. So they had Trunade and Heavy Storm. I mean, if they didn't have the Trunade, you know, then that would have helped a lot. Yeah, sweet. We're gonna lose that one. We will get out of here. But this is where things get interesting. So we can bring in the Cyber Dragons, which is a pretty good win button, but that means we pretty much have to take out the Solidarities. I think we probably drop the Offerings as well, and bring in the Thunder Kings. And Fortress is 6, right? Or is it 7? Fortress, it might be 7 actually. So Grave could be interesting here. Or we could just Prohibition the Fortress instead. Maybe we'll just bring in one Grave and see how that goes. Because that's 5 cards. I don't want to overside. Yeah, we'll try that. And we'll just have to use these Cyber Dragons smartly. So we will go first, because even though we're siding in Cyber Dragon, like, it's kind of okay. This is interesting. Okay, so we'll go Standby Main. Here I just want to set the Oshaleon. It's possible we set the Alien Kid. Let's set the Oshaleon first. And I'll just set the Book of Moon and we'll pass the turn. So, yeah, drawing like multiple aliens is always kind of rough. They have their own Cyber Dragon. Cool. Sure. I will look forward to making a Chimera Tech. We'll just flip this guy and declare it. We will go and grab the Ammonite. And then, do they normal summon another machine for us to have a free Chimera Tech? Set 2. And pass. Okay. Alright, Shock Trooper. Shock Trooper is interesting. Like, we could summon out the Shock Trooper and Book of Moon, or we just summon out the Shock Trooper, see if they have any responses. Because they may bottomless it. And if not, maybe we just pass and just like keep the Book of Moon for the Cyber Dragon when it attacks. See if they've got a response here. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Okay. We will set the Mirror Force because they set 2, so I'm feeling pretty safe to do that. Just in case things get out of hand. Stand by, you're good. Let's see what we've got. We've got a Smashing Ground. Okay. Interesting to use a Smashing Ground on Shock Trooper. I'm wondering if they are trying to clear their back row for a Heavy Storm. I think we can just take this 21. Because we potentially have Ammonite online next turn. And then Gol'Gar runs over it. I'm going to set another back row and pass. Alright, so let's see what we're working with. Alien Warrior. Okay. That kind of makes me not want to summon out the Ammonite now, because now we can try for the Book of Moon play again. Yeah, we'll just summon out the Alien Warrior. See if we can bait anything, but we don't, so we'll just pass the turn. We are bricked up on monsters. They MST the exactly the Book of Moon. There's no real reason. Nah, I'm not going to activate it because I don't want to give them the opportunity to summon out more machines and just leave the Cyber Dragon set. So this way they kind of can't. And it's like if they attack into the Alien Warrior, we take 300, but we put 2 counters, which means we can get the Overlord. We'll take the 300 and declare. Yep, there you got it. That is 2 counters. Yep, perfect. So now we get a free Alien Overlord, which can also replace a counter. Sure, let's draw a grave. Okay, that's interesting. So my main, we will... Alien Overlord is bigger. Special summon Alien Overlord by removing those 2. Yep, there you got it. And then we will declare to put 1 back on, making them do all the work. And then it drops its attack as well. Do we want to go for a Gol'Gar here? I think let's see if this attack with Overlord goes through. You got a deprison. Okay. That's fine. I'm really trying to be a bit more mindful of our Ammonite usage here. Just to try and run them out of a few resources first if we can. Just to make sure that we're getting maximum value out of our Ammonites. They're just going to go in for 2-1. I'm going to take it. I am going to just take that right now. If we draw our own Cyber Dragon, that's pretty sweet. We'll see if they do have more back row. Alright, they passed the turn. Ooh! We draw our own Cyber Dragon. That is pretty sweet. Okay, so we can go standby main here. I think probably we just special Cyber Dragon. They have the bottomless. Alright, cool. So we baited the bottomless, which is fine. We can always flip the grave. Summon out the Ammonite. Bounce the grave. Remove this counter and the other counter and pop the back row if the Ammonite is successful. The problem is... this is our only Ammonite right now. We're kind of in a position where we need to, so we will declare. And we'll bring back Alien Warrior just in case. From here, we'll just sync them off. We could go for a Catasta. Catasta does kind of put in work against this deck, but we'll go Gol'Gar for now. We'll see if that's alright. Yep, that's alright. Okay. We'll flip grave. And then declare. Targeting grave. Cool. So that will go to hand. And we'll put a counter here. Yeah, we'll try and pop the back row. Declare, target. Ooh, we got rid of a Mirror Force. That's pretty good. Okay. Let's attack over the Cyber Dragon. Alright, first damage. Main phase 2. We still have our own Mirror Force. We are at the risk of a Heavy Storm, but I feel like I do kind of have to set this grave so that I've got something to bounce next turn with Gol'Gar. It's unfortunate that we don't have any of the spells, but I also have a feeling they're just going to slap down a bunch of machines now. But maybe not. Ooh, Gravity Bind's pretty good as well. Okay, so this is probably the Peacekeeper. Which is fine, right? Because we have the Grave for the gear frame. For the Fortress. Let's normal summon out Kid. And we'll go attack Kid over what is hopefully Peacekeeper. Oh, it's Yellow Gadget. Interesting. Okay, attack into Gauze? Question mark? Doesn't look like it. Do we set the Gravity Bind? What is this? This is 3642 with Alien Kid. It is game. And it allows Gol'Gar to pop something? Yeah, alright, screw it. We get absolutely blown out by Heavy Storm. But sometimes you got to. Especially with this deck, there is a lot of situations where you just have to commit a lot of back row to get your Gol'Gar bounces. Oh, they have potentially just had a internet dropout. We'll see if they come back. Alright, so they did not come back. Apparently Gol'Gar too strong. I don't know if they just legitimately disconnected, but it was right after they drew their card, so I wonder if they just saw what they were drawing and were like, nah, we're losing this. But then we could have still played game 3. But regardless, we go up by 15, so we're at 124. We will take this win and get on to the next match. Alright, next match against Maple Butter 1. I'm going to go for paper. Ooh. Alright, well it's only... Oh. We did scissors, paper, rock. It was only fair. We'll hit them with the U2, and we are going second, so let's see what we can open up. We got 41 cards over there. We open Ammonite, Solidarity, Messenger of Peace, Alien Warrior, Alien Overlord. Don't hate that hand. Let's see what the opponent's got for us. They have a Future Fusion. I'm guessing that is going to be dumping a lot of dragons, because they have a dragon avatar. That's the only... It is Red as Darkness Middle... Oh no, it's Gaia. Okay. Uh-oh. Is it going to be Hero Frogs or Quick Draw Dandy Warrior? We'll find out with what they dump off this. If it's Ocean, it's probably Hero Frogs. Okay, it's probably Hero Frogs. Alright, okay. Get your Dandy tokens. This is where Messenger of Peace is not very good. Okay, 1 for 1. Yep, here comes the Substitute. And I believe it's only can't be tributed for a tribute summon, so you can still tribute them for Substitute. Yeah, so there comes the Malicious Edge, so this is definitely, yeah, Hero Frogs. Sub comes out, and off it goes. Start tributing those tokens, my boy. And they dump the Frog. Well, not, yeah, of course it's Frog. Treeborn for swap, and then swap effect. It's going to dump probably the other Substitutes now. And then sub effect, get rid of the other one for another swap. Swap effect, dump the other sub. This is all the usual Frog shenanigans. It's pretty good. Opening Future Fusion in this deck is like really, really strong. Future Fusion and 1 for 1, pretty crazy. Then we're going to tribute them off for dupe lock. So we got this, oh, interesting. Okay, they don't want the full dupe lock. They just want to be able to bounce the swap, which is fine. This is all Gucci. This Future Fusion looking real nice to bounce with Gol'Gar. The problem here is the chainables that they have, because that's like maybe a Regeki break. Well, we know one swap in hand. Oh, we got a little bit of lag. Can I start my turn, please? Alright, so we draw another Messenger of Peace. We'll go standby main and see what is what. I think here we probably just set the Alien Warrior and pass. I don't think we need to be doing anything too crazy. I might actually set one of these Messenger of Peace as a bluff. Because if they like Regeki break it, or MST, sure. That's fine. So turn 1 on Future Fusion. They have a swap and 3 unknowns in hand. Emergency call, pretty good. They're going to go grab, I'm guessing, Stratos, and then Stratos will grab them Malicious, potentially. Oh no, Neosalius. Okay, so they don't have a Reigeki break in hand. That's kind of telling me. So I'm just going to declare this boy. Because this also gives us free Alien Overlord on our turn. Which then puts 3 counters on their field. And now we have an Alien Engrave for Ammonite and 2 spells. Ooh! I'm liking what I'm seeing here. Dust Shoot as well. Okay. So they will not be getting this Gaia. So first off, we special summon Overlord. Distribute 3 counters. Then we get to bounce 3 for 3 more counters. We'll remove 2. To pop a dupe, I'm guessing. Alright, let's do this. So we will declare Alien Overlord. Oh, yeah. Yep, they figured it out. Cool. Then we will normal summon Ammonite and declare effect. And I'll just target the Alien Warrior. We'll special it out. I mean, this is committing a lot, but it also means that we don't have to deal with the Gaia, which is quite nice. Then we'll activate these and declare target all face ups Inc. Future Fusion. Put that Future Fusion back in your hand, boy or girl. Alright. And I'm just going to put them all on the Gol'Gar. Declare. Remove both dupe counters to pop. And we'll target this dupe. This is quite a handy way of breaking the dupe lock, dealing with the Future Fusion. Yeah, they do get a search, that's fine. Didn't they dump? Huh, I could have sworn they dumped 2 Treeborns. Okay, that's fine. Do I want to slap down the Solidarity here? Yeah, might as well, right? $3,400 is pretty decent over Stratos. We'll go to battle. We have to attack the dupe frog, so we'll get rid of that. And they do get another search. Yep. That's fine. I guess they just get swapped now? Or maybe Unifrog? Oh, they get another substitute. That's not a frog. Yeah, this can only search frog monster. Yeah, okay, they get swap. Cool. Alright, well let's get in over Stratos then for decent chunk. Was this like 1600? Because Gol'Gar isn't an alien. It's just a cosmic fortress, whatever that is. Cool, we'll go main 2, we'll set the dust shoot and pass the turn. Standby phase, we'll go dust shoot. They got a heavy storm, they got a torrential, but I'm not really scared of any of this. Probably just the junk synchron, right? So we got Treeborn, TT, Future Fusion, swap times 2, alias, heavy. Yeah. Yeah, we're not scared of any of that. Alright, we'll go with the Junk Synchron, just because Catastic can, like, kill Gol'Gar. And yeah, realistically, like, we can kind of play around the TT. They heavy the Solidarity, that's fine. They would always do that, because they don't have anything decent to block attacks. But even if they set the TT, they may set the Future Fusion. They could reactivate the Future Fusion, sending Malicious if they have it. But they must know that we're just going to bounce it again. They must be getting close to no waters as well. 3 subs, 2 Treeborns out of the deck, 2 dupes out of the deck, 2 swaps out of the deck. Pitch Treeborn a special swap, yep. Swap effect, yep. Unifrog, sure. Set a monster, set a spell or trap, which could be a bait. We'll go standby main. We don't immediately need to pop the back row. The set monster is probably just Treeborn anyway. If I had to... Oh no, because they pitched it. If I had to guess, then it's maybe the other swap. So we know the Treeborn's gone, we know the Heavy's gone. So TT, this could be a Future Fusion bluff. Let's declare Alien Overlord. And put a counter on swap. Then... we can... They've seen the Messenger of Peace, so we might as well activate. And then we'll declare. Put it back in hand to add a counter. And then I'll declare, remove 1 off swap to pop set monster. Yeah, it was the other swap. Okay. So this is either Future Fusion or TT, and then we've got either Future Fusion or TT and Neos Alias. And leaving them with the back row means that they can't bring back Treeborn. So this puts us in a reasonably good spot. And we'll set the offerings just in case and pass the turn. So they draw to 3 in hand. Down comes Neos Alias. No response to that. There's the Torrential. Yeah, I mean, I guess that works. Yep, okay. It's a 2 for 2. We have the Messenger. We know their 1 card in hand is Future Fusion. Well, that's pretty good. Standby main. Heavy's gone, and MST is gone. So I'm just going to play out the Messenger and set the call, and we'll pass the turn. So we know Future Fusion and 1 unknown in hand. They bring back the Treeborn. Go to main. Tribute it off for Caius or Riser. Caius, what are we targeting? Targeting the new set. Is there any point? That's a bit unfortunate. Sure. Yeah, hit our Call of the Haunted. We don't have a Sangan engrave to bring back. They can't attack, so we're kind of just chilling. And we still know one of the cards in hand is Future Fusion. So we'll draw. We'll go standby. Pay 100. And then we'll go main. I think we're just chilling for now. We'll set the Fiendish Chain. We don't have to worry about Heavy Storm. Yeah, they're not doing too much here. Alien Warrior's pretty good. Standby main. I mean, we could Offerings it. I'll summon out the Alien Warrior just so it's face up for an Offerings target, and we'll pass the turn. The draw, standby main. Pass the turn again. Standby, pay 100. Draw Shock Trooper. That can just stay in our hand for now. We will pass the turn. One of these days, we're going to draw an Ammonite or something. I'm going to set 2 more. I'm picking that the Future Fusion is on the field now. I think one of these 2 that they just set is the Future Fusion, and they're obfuscating it. Sorry, standby, pay my 100. Main phase, we will go set and pass. TT's pretty good here. They pass. Starlight Road. That's not really that useful now. We'll pay our 100 and end the turn. We're just this is peak Alien gameplay right here. They will draw like a Caius or something and banish this for shoresies, and then we can just hit him with a TT or something. Book of the Moon, standby. Pay our 100. Yeah. We don't really need to do anything yet. We can also, like, activate this Torrential and then chain the Offerings to pop our Warrior and pop their back rows. If we need to. They set a monster and pass. Solidarity. We're just looking really good here if we can get an Ammonite off. But for now, we keep looking at each other. I'm sorry, opponent. But surely one of these cards is a Monarch that can, like, rise up, spin that to the top or something. Trap Dust Shoot. On our turn. Sure. Oh, wrong one. There we go. You only get one option. It's Shock Trooper. Yeah, that's fine. So I feel like maybe this one is Future Fusion then. The one on the left. That would be my pick, yep. Alright, we'll shuffle that away. Summon out Junk Synchron. Yes. On Riz, we'll activate TT. See if they've got anything. Starlight Road would go pretty nicely here. Chain. We'll target Alien Warrior and both the back row. So we get a full board wipe. Oh, the first one was the Future Fusion. Interesting. Okay. Alright, well, we will draw Did I shuffle? I'm pretty sure I did shuffle. Let's have a look. Yeah, shuffle deck. Yep. Standby will pay 100. Do we pay 100 here? Shock Trooper plus Solidarity is 27. It's a 2-turn clock. We have Book of Moon. I think we just do pay 100 here. Main phase. The Starlight Road is kind of just rotting. I don't think we really need it for anything. I'd rather keep the Spell Trap Zone clear. We'll set the book and pass the turn. I don't want to summon out the Shock Trooper just because they don't know that we have it. They get a frog back. If they try and... yeah, that's fine. If they try and banish the Messenger of Peace, do we just let them? Because we can Book a Moon it and then kill it with Shock Trooper next turn. Or do we just Fiendish Chain it? Nah, let's let them. Screw it. Gotta let them have something, right? In fact, do we even take the... do we even book it? I think we just take the 2/4 because we can kill it with Shock Trooper with Solidarity. Yeah. Telepath is interesting. Stand by main. Slap down Solidarity. Slap down Shock Trooper for 2700. And we'll attack right on over that Caius. And we'll pass the turn. Surely we can draw to another Ammonite. we really need that guy. Oshelion would be nice here. Brain Control. Do I Book of Moon? Yeah, we'll Book of Moon. Miracle Fusion. No issues with that. We do have a Fiendish Chain. It's not ideal, but... Absolute Zero, come on down. I mean, Shock Trooper trades for it next turn, but it doesn't this turn. They are slowly wearing us out of resources. Kid. Kid is also not quite big enough. It has to be Shock Trooper. But like, trading Shock Trooper for Absolute Zero. See, now we do get punished for not setting the Starlight Road. Oh, we could actually. Because it's Fiendish Chained, we just don't attack it. We set the Kid, set the Starlight Road. Pass the turn. Because if they don't out a monster, or if they tribute the Absolute Zero, Soul Exchange. What are we targeting? Face down. Sure. And I'm guessing Caius will target the Fiendish Chain. Oh, target the Solidarity. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense, right? Now it can get over the Shock Trooper. Sure, we'll take 500. Can we draw an Ammonite one time? No, but we can draw another Solidarity. Huh, this is interesting. That's the last Caius? It is. Telepath. Do we just summon out this telepath and crash it? Yeah. I think we do. We'll just get rid of the Caius. It's an interesting spot. It's a very, very interesting spot. They get a frog back. That's fine. Because the thing is... Yeah, okay, another Miracle Fusion. Yeah, that's exactly why I wanted to get rid of the Caius. Like, if they had another, like, Riser or something, they could tribute this frog off, spin the Fiendish Chain back, and then it's game. Whereas killing the Caius... What are they summoning now? Tributing for Gauss. Sure. Alright, you got it. You got it, opponent. That was a good back and forth, though. That was interesting. Okay. Now... Caius is level 6, but it doesn't get special summoned. Rivalry seems kind of okay. I kind of like the prohibitions here. Yeah, this side deck is kind of weak to this. We need maybe some pulling the rugs or something. Grave does blank absolute 0. But then we could just bring in a couple rivalries, maybe. Rivalry them on the frogs. Is Thunder King a good shout here? Kind of. It can negate the searches off Stratos, but that's about it, really. Okay, so maybe we just go for these 4. I think we drop a kid. It's not that great in this matchup because they're not really doing a whole bunch. We could drop a Starlight Road. Don't really need the MST here. Maybe we drop a Messenger as well because it's not super great. Alright. We'll swap those out and see what we start with. Let's go first this time. Right, we open Oshelion, Shock Trooper, Ammonite, Solemn, Book, Fiendish. That's pretty nice. Pretty good going first hand. Do we just lead on the Shock Trooper set 3? Or do we just lead on the Shock Trooper set Book of Moon? Maybe we just do this. Yeah, we'll just try that. Maybe I should have set 3 so that the Solemn's in rotation for like an Ammonite play, but I think I'm just cautious of a Heavy Storm. I don't want to have to use the Solemn on a Heavy Storm. Swap is fine. Swap dumps Treeborn. And bounces back. Have they got anything else for us? If not, we just summon out the Oshelion. Because it's still like kind of big. It's 1400 and they have to attack it. They set 1. And pass. Okay. Code A. Alright, sweet. We go to main. No. I want to shuffle. I think we do... We activate the Code A every time. Because if that's TT or Mirror Force, they might just MST it here. Reading it. Alright, sweet. If it's MST or Mirror Force, then we get a counter from the Shock Trooper dying. I expect there's a Battle Fader in our future, but we'll find out. They can't gauze us. There's not a Battle Fader. Tragodia. Hero Frog doesn't generally play Tragodia. Okay, they take it. Main 2. I'm going to set this Fiendish Chain, set the Solemn Judgment, and pass the turn. End phase, Regeki Break. Please don't hit the Solemn. They pitch the Neos Alias. What are we targeting? Oh, they're just going to pop the Code A. Sure. That's probably the one that I care... I kind of care about it, especially with an Ammonite in my hand. They get the Treeborn. Brain Control... Which one? The Oshaleon? Do I Book of Moon it? Do I care about the Oshaleon? I wouldn't mind the search. Yeah, I'll Book of Moon it. We are foiling these brain controls. But they're still going to tribute for Caius. We will Fiendish Chain the Caius. They don't want our Oshaleon giving us a search. That's so rude. Are they going to Book of Moon? Oh, are they just going to pass? Okay. Oh, another Ammonite. You love to see it. Alright. Well, I'm kind of thinking here we just summon out the Ammonite. Bounce the Fiendish Chain, attack over Caius. We're hitting in for... Well, it's actually game if they don't have a Fader or a Gauze. Okay. Alright, let's do it. Normal summon. Synchro it up. For a Gol'Gar. Declare target. Put it in hand and a counter on him. Oh, it's not game. What am I talking about? Because this still exists. Because we don't have enough to pop it. But we get in for 200. And then we try and get in for 1400. Alright, they take it. Any gauzes? Alright, main 2. We set a mystery card and pass the turn. So they can't attack over Gol'Gar. We have a Fiendish Chain to stymie a Monarch play. We're doing something here. Treeborn comes back. We also have a Solemn. 4 cards in hand. And we know one of them is a Swap Frog. Tribute for Malicious Edge. Sure. They're going to Miracle Fusion here. Thinking. They do have to banish the Alias and the Treeborn. I'm going to Solemn that. And hope they don't have another Miracle Fusion. Malicious... Okay, we got it! Woo! Oh, this is stressful. Okay. Game 3. I feel like we kind of do want the MST back in. And maybe we do want the Messenger back in as well. We probably don't want the Rivalries. Prohibition is not as great going second either. Maybe we just do bring in the Cyber Dragons, but then what do we put in instead of the Solidarities? Hmm. Okay, we'll leave the prohibitions in. We'll just take out the rivalries. Yeah. We'll try that. We're always going to be playing a lot of traps. So we will be going second. We open Ammonite, Gravity Bind, Shock Trooper, Alien Warrior, Fiendish Chain. That's not bad. We're actually seeing some of our traps this episode. I feel like last time around we didn't see a lot. They're setting 2 and passing. Wow. Okay. Ooh, swords. Alright, well let's go standby. If they have a dust shoot for our Ammonite, I'm going to be so sad. Let's summon out the Alien Warrior and see if this meets a dastardly fate. We'll just go battle and try and get in. D-Prison? Sure. Bit unfortunate, because we would have liked it to go to the graveyard, but it is what it is. I might just play out swords and pass the turn. Let's see what they got for us. Another set and a pass. Interesting. We'll go a counter here. Stand by main. We will summon out the Shock Trooper. See what this gets us. We will attempt to go to battle and attack. They take that one. Main 2. We'll set the Fiendish Chain just in case and pass the turn. And then if anything happens to the Shock Trooper, then we might be able to recycle the swords with Ammonite. They go to main. Down comes the swap. Swap dump. Let's see what they dump. If it's Treeborn, that's fine. Bounce it back. Yep. All fine things. And pass. Alright, so that's another counter here. Ooh, and a shuffly boy. Not a shuffly boy, a bouncy boy. A continuous spell that we can bounce. Don't mind if I do. Do I summon out this Ammonite? Synchro for Gol'Gar. I don't think so. I think we can get better value out of it. I reckon we just go to battle and get in with Shock Trooper. See if they take another 19. They do. Main 2, we will set the G-Bind and pass the turn. Swords is going to die, but it is what it is. Oh, they're going to Regeki break. Pitching the swap that we knew about to pop this? Sure. Tis just a Gravity Bind. And then they're going to Dust Tornado the other one. Sure, you realize you're still under swords, right? All this fancy fancy popping you're doing. I guess they just want their Treeborn back so that they can banish something. If they banish Shock Trooper, that is pretty devastating. Which it's possible they might do. Set to... No? Okay. What was all the popping for then? Spiritual Water Art. Look at your opponent's hand, send one card from their hand to the graveyard. Alright, well. Let's see what they want to choose. They got their own Trap Dust Shoot. The thing is, like, sending Alien Ammonite isn't great for them here, because we have the Call of the Haunted. And they just blew through their Regeki Break and Dust Tornado. But maybe they still do. I don't know. No, they choose the Call of the Haunted. Okay. That's fine. That is A-okay with me. Alright, we'll go to main. I'm just going to attack. I'm just going to get in with my 1900 boy. Are they going to still take this? They're having to think. They do take it. Alright. Main 2 will set the most obvious book in the world and pass the turn. Did they end phase like Regeki Break It? No. Okay, so potentially no Treeborn for them. No, they're doing it in the draw phase. Pitch Junk. I guess they wanted to see what they drew. Sure. Pop the Book of Moon. And then they get Treeborn back. Still lose to a Caius, which would be very unfortunate. And it's what's going to happen. Yep. Yippity doo dah. Take the 24. Yeah, we have been picked apart by these one-offs. Dust Shoot is not really gonna do it. But we will set it and pass the turn. They draw to 3 in hand. If they don't set anything, because they're through 2 Regeki breaks already. Yep. This isn't looking great. If we could get an Alien Warrior to crash with the Stratos, that would be pretty sick. Yep. Stratos comes on down. Means we might be able to Dust Shoot them next turn, but I don't know if it's going to matter at this point. Malicious Edge, sure. Battle, we take 18. And we take 2-4. Alright, we need an answer right here, right now. Ooh, that doesn't do it. That does not do it. I mean, it does do it if we activate the Code A, we set the Ammonite, we set the Fiendish Chain. We have to, just to stay alive. In turn. And we'll rip off this Dust Shoot. Let's see what you got. 2 Miracle Fusions. Oh boy. Alright. Sucks to suck, I guess. Oof. That is... Huh. 2 Miracles. What do we put back? We probably put back the Melee. Yeah, we'll put back the Malicious Edge. But yeah, they've got a Water Engrave, so they can make an Absolute Zero if they want to. Or even, yeah, using the Treeborn. Yeah. We were kind of doomed either way. Because, yeah, that's just brutal. Yeah, a TT would go very hard here, but I do not have one. Miracle Fusion is fine. Yeah, they banished the Prodigy, they banished the Swap. They get Ab-Zero. If they didn't have 2 heroes in hand, we would have been okay. But because they had 2 heroes... Well, actually, no. They had 2 Miracle Fusions. This attacks... Yeah, they've got it. Yep. GG. That was a tough one. That was a good back and forward one. Yeah, that was a bit of a blowout in that last match. Just needed an alien in the graveyard, unfortunately. Turns out D-Pris and Caius, pretty good cards. Unfortunately, it has been quite a long video up till this point. So I think I am just going to leave it there at the 2 match mark, because I actually need to go and do some things. But we end the day on 122, 1 win, 1 loss. I definitely felt a lot better about this build of the deck than last week. I'm on the precipice of dropping the Solidarities entirely, or putting them in the side deck. I think there's certain decks that they're good against. like being able to just run over a monarch with an alien, pretty good. But yeah, we will continue testing. I may not change the build up just yet for next week, just because we've only played 2 matches with it, but we will see. I'll have a think about it during the week and see if there's anything I want to change. But for now, that will do us. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you are enjoying the series, and if there's any cards that you want to see me test in the deck, any suggestions that you've got, please let me know down in the comments below. I'm very keen to hear what you guys have got. I'm keen for it to be a bit of a collaborative process if you guys want to get involved. Other than that, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on future episodes, and I will see you in the next one. A massive shout out to Riv, our first channel member. It's crazy to me that I have channel members now. If you want to be like Riv and support the channel in the most incredible way, check out that join button down below. Otherwise, just keep on doing what you're doing, and I'll see you in the next video.